Good morning to all of you risk takers and truth seekers. I just want to give you an update on my day number 8 and my walk towards Lugo. Last night I met a couple of people in my hostel who, due to medical emergencies, needed to stop walk. One gentleman, he broke his ankle. Other one has a bad infection, and in those circumstances I understand people need to give up. But the one thing was, I can see the resentment in their eyes. They are upset, they are pissed off, whatever you want to call this, because it's not easy to give up. But I think they are more afraid they're going to be judged, and no question, people will judge you regardless of everything, whatever you do, however you do. If you don't achieve what they think you should achieve, they'll wait for you to fail. But at the end of the day, I just want to give one tip. As I'm walking towards Lugo, I'm learning so much about myself. And one of the things I'm learning right now is that I judge people as well in my life. Oh, I did. I picked up this from my father, and then I mastered this when I was in military. But now when I walk on my own, I'm realizing how easy it's to make somebody fail, how easy it is to make somebody miserable. So guys, if you don't know what people go through or how they go through, don't make the pain bigger. Don't add salt on a wound. Instead of this, be that kind person and help them. I can't explain to you, like, this journey comes to the end very soon, in a couple of days time. I'm already contemplating in my head that I need this again, more of this. Anyway, I'm wishing you a beautiful, beautiful day. So enjoy that. Whatever you do, just enjoy. And don't judge nobody. Instead of this, offer them hand of help. And let's go do together. Anyway, it says here 112 kilometers and 270 meters till Lugo. It's a beautiful morning. Step by step, the speed is irrelevant, and I started becoming more my self-motivational speaker than anything else, particularly as I walk towards the Lugo. Sun doesn't help very much, right, when I do this video. So what I want to share with you, and I want you to learn something from me, actually, from this entire experience. 4 days ago, one of my toenails decided to embark on separate journey. So I was in very big pain. I was on a crossroad what to do right now. And only thing it is was to ask for the help. So I asked for professional help, literally. I got some cream, some antibiotics, and I moved forward without causing too much stress for my feet and my toes in order not to cause infection. So I take an extra hours to relax instead of just doing something. So elevated my foot and try to mobilize my foot. Just a car passed by, and then slowly start walking towards my destination, which is Santiago de Compostela. And one thing I need to explain to you, in life You need to adjust, adapt and improvise. This morning when I went for this walk, 30 kilometers, I didn't know how I'm going to behave, to be honest with you. I have no idea. So far so good. So how I adapt, adjust and improvise, it's not just because I learned some things in the army and in the war, but I knew it, in order for me to reach my destination, I need to compromise. One thing, I didn't ditch it, I put in a backpack my my boots. Boots, you can choose any boots, but it's your feet. And I select through Asturias, walking up and down in the mountains like this, it costs a lot of hurdles. Many pilgrims, many caminos, or better call them peregrinos, they taking fast pace. I'm not sure why they're rushing. I'm not slow because of my foot, but this is a unique opportunity to embrace this intact, pristine beauty of landscapes of Spain, this nature. So guys, as I'm walking towards Lugo today, I want to share a few more insights and things can help you in your life. So don't be afraid to adjust, adapt and improvise. If it doesn't work with one thing, maybe it works with another thing in order to reach your goals. And as I say, it's easy to do philosophy from the comfort of your lounge or my podcast studio. So get out, test the things before they use them. If they don't work, replace them, exchange them, adapt, adjust, improvise. And ahead of me, it's another hill. I was thinking I finished with the hills, but I didn't. But at least in these circumstances, there's no rocks. And as much as I enjoy Asturias and mountains and rocks, I prefer asphalt like this. It makes me more comfortable for walking, me personally. So yeah, adapt, adjust, improvise. Try it. You're welcome. Now, let's go do walk towards Camino. Now the path actually takes me from the main road into forest, and the freshness of this air, oh my god, it's truly amazing. But that being said, let me share this with you. My experience now on Camino Primitivo is very positive, very, very positive. I can't fault nothing. The people are kind, people are nice. Everybody try to help you, assist you. I remember that was the last week, when I walked into a place called Pola da Alande. I hold my boots in my hands and I was in tears. I was walking on a road in my socks. An elderly lady just saw me, how I'm struggling, literally struggling walking, and I want to scream how challenging it was for me to make a next step. And again, I do remember days in the army. It was challenging, it was difficult, but not like this. This is totally different level. And what else I noticed, on a day number 1, I saw father and son in Oviedo, on outskirts of Oviedo, and they're doing Camino together. how great that it is. Imagine if you're looking for the way to bond with somebody, Camino, it's a truly best thing you can do for yourself and loved ones. Because imagine you walk with your loved ones, girlfriend, husband, wife, your kids. I remember 2022, I asked my son to join me on a trip in Croatia because I really wanted him to have that experience, to see where his father was born, where I grew up, where I went in a war, and list goes on, right? That being said, it was the best time of my life. It started like nagging and I don't want to go with daddy, I'm busy, I'm studying, the girlfriends, the car, list goes on. And it was beautiful. But imagine if I had my son right now, right here, and I will ask him to join me maybe this year, maybe next year. Guys, to have a true bonding with somebody, you need to be away from everything and anything known to you. And plus, that you cannot be reached easily on your social media or your phone. In that way, you all can enjoy time together. That's a Camino. This is what I'm discovering. That is Camino. And now let's go through the forest. Officially, we are 7 clicks from Lugo, and we are leaving city called Carbalido. I'm trying to figure out where this place was because there was no homes, nothing. But Galicia is an interesting place to be, truly interesting. It's terrain, it's more flat. So when you pass it from Oviedo to Salas to Tineo, Pola de Lande, Bores, La Mesa, after that it starts slowly being a little bit flat. But I was told, I didn't check the map for that stage, there's allegedly more hills before the Santiago de Compostela. Regardless of everything, the scenery is beautiful. And now we have the vehicles passing by. And the last 7 days that was a very, very rare, except when I was walking into the city or the villages. But now we're going again into the forest. So guys, expect nice stroll to Lugo. From Baleira, I think it's Baleira. Please excuse me if I don't say properly. Baleira or Baleira. It's quite flat, so it's not challenging as the first 6 days. Now, let's go walk towards Manzoi or Pondello. That's what the sign says. Being lonely and alone, that's an eternal question everybody tries to answer. I'm in the forest. In the background you can hear the birds, the wind. Somewhere there they're doing the cutting the trees. But do I feel alone? No. Do I feel lonely? Not. I think that both instances, it's your choice. On Camino I'm discovering this even more. And I'm discovering that I never actually been in position to be with so many people around me. Either it's my job, either I was in a war. Yeah, you have the cravings to be socially, accepted and be amongst the people, amongst the friends. But look at here right now. I'm not lonely. I'm not alone. There's always something happening around me. It's a choice and perception. You do it and you see it yourself. On Camino, you don't need to beg for the friendships. They happen. On Camino, you don't need to be with somebody to be entertained, because your brain, he does the wonders, trust me. As I walk now to the forest, it's always something happening in my mind. Then you stop, you see that beautiful nature, as you can see with me. It's always something around you. So you're not alone, and you cannot be lonely. It's your choice. So whatever you do in your life, when you make a choice, stick with that. Don't change for somebody or something, except it not put your life in danger or life of somebody else. And that brings me closer to Lugo, 106.5 kilometers to Camino, Santiago and Santiago de Compostela to end, and 6.5 kilometers until I reach the Lugo. It's time to change. It's becoming very warm, very, very warm. I'm not gonna boil if I continue this jacket. Mamma mia. Let's take the stuff out. It's beautiful here. It's truly beautiful. Everything on me, it's sweaty and wet, but nothing but little walk will not sort out. So he says I'm exactly 106 kilometers from Lugo. It's not hard, it's not difficult, but 30 kilometers it is a lot to walk one day. But okay. I was always wondering how the people doing the vlogs, and when you're watching the YouTube and all these tips and advice, how to use equipment, what to use, how to get this and that. Content doesn't need to be perfect. Content needs to be first captured. So I just apply some of my common sense from military, my days in the war. Try to use things you have, not what you want to have. In my instance, I'm using quite often the Ray-Ban Generation 2 Meta glasses, because, as I said, while you're doing the Camino, you don't need to worry about holding the camera. You don't need to worry about, many other things. But glasses first protect your eyes. You can listen to music if you like it, and you can tell the Meta, I want a video. And she says, okay Mario, let's go do video, let's go do Camino. So that's what it is. Let's go charge them. Last night I was doing my segment about health on Camino Primitivo, and there was a gentleman who was being brought into Albert Keep. As I walk to this really magical forest, it's beautiful. It's just like, I can't use different word than saying beautiful. I'm close to the Lugo, maybe 4 or 5 kilometers away, maybe less. I still don't see nothing except the nature. The few peregrinos, caminos that pass by, and goes that usual Buen Camino. People either shake your hand, ask you how you are, or they just smile and go in their own world. Interesting enough, everybody, you can sense it down in their deep, deep thoughts. And walking like day after day, my mind become more quieter, literally more quieter. Maybe because even brain says we rehashed everything what we have. But another thing, it's always inside of me, that little voice telling me you don't need to do this. Why are you doing this? You can stop. Maybe that's a fear. Maybe that's I should face on my own here in Camino, where there's nobody around me, where nobody can tell me maybe what I'm going through or what I feel like. But God is somewhere here. Another thing it is, I'm looking very much forward for the decent meal in Lugo, find a nice place to eat, because I think I lost some weight. I can feel it actually. And the night thing is, it's becoming warmer. It's warming up. Spring, it's in full swing. And that makes me happy. Very happy. Now, let's go find where the Lugo is. The signage says 101 kilometer and 900 meters till Santiago de Compostela. However, 1.9 kilometers until Lugo. And yeah, I was saying myself Lugano. There's no Lugano, it's a Lugo. So we are approaching Lugo. In next 2 kilometers we're going to reach the outskirts of the city, and hopefully that's going to be a place where we can sit, relax and enjoy our R&R time, because in last 12 kilometers I didn't saw the one spot between the, I forgot the name of that place, but anyway, there are all these wooden chairs there. The gentleman serves the watermelon and dew melon and apples and all these things. I didn't saw one stop designed for the pilgrims. So guys, bring a lot of water, no food, as much, but water yes, and you're gonna enjoy the ride. So now let's go see what's happening here in Lugo. 1.9 kilometers. With every step you're closer and closer to destination. And regardless how painful it is, how challenging it is, it's your success. And you owe nobody apology. Just go forward. Hello all of you risk takers and truth seekers, and welcome to Lugo. This marks that I crossed 231 kilometers before reaching the final destination, Santiago de Compostela. Metaphorically, that means that in life you need to have a checkpoints to see where you are with your goals, with your dreams, your aspirations, your desires. And I can't explain to you how happy and proud I am being here at this truly amazing, mesmerizing city. I mean, it's in 9 days, the first city I'm seeing. So I'll show you Lugo a little bit more. So welcome to Lugo in Valencia, 100 kilometers before Santiago de Compostela. And let me say this, only sky is the limit. Life is the battlefield. So thank you for supporting on this journey. It's not easy to be alone, walking and talking to yourself. From this point onward should be much more easier, because I can see it in distance, my destination, Santiago de Compostela. Welcome to Lugo. Life is the battlefield. When you're traveling, don't just be the slave of some hotspots for influencers, but rather spend the time like I am right now here in Lugo on the square called Plaza de Santa Maria. I need to read this properly. And I'm on one of the oldest squares in Spain. And behind me, it's a silent witness to the time where people come in this cathedral, pray, hope, dream. So when you're traveling, make sure that you learn about history we all humans share. I'm grateful being on Camino de Santiago Primitivo, because I learned so much about life and the world itself. The moment I walk into Lugo, particularly this part of the old city of the Lugo, surrounded by the Roman walls, do you can grasp the significance of that? Being surrounded with the Roman walls. And goes without saying that obviously Lugo was just one of the cities Romans built so they can conquer, expand the empire. But I'm just walking now in this place where you have a combination from modern and old. And Spain had very, very terrific history. You know, the Civil War, Cold War, fighting all these things through decades to achieve what today Spain it is. And Lugo is a pure example of this. It's such a privilege to walk in this city. It's such a privilege to walk the path of the millions of people come and admire this place. I can't even explain to you guys how great this place looks like. It's clean, people are very polite, they talk to you and they address to you. When they see that you are Camino Peregrino, they will help you. They will not tell you nothing bad. In contrary, they look how they can help you. And I'm hoping that this, my journey of self-discovery, it's something's gonna help you guys. And I can't explain, I can't emphasize enough how important it is to learn from history, to learn from our own mistakes. Yeah, let's go walk more in this amazing city. I'm glad I undertake this walk. I am glad that I am on Camino Primitivo. Now, let's go enjoy a little bit more of this amazing city full of history, full of knowledge, Lugo in Spain. Well, hello, all of you risk takers and truth seekers. I am now on the top of the Roman walls. Behind me in the background, it's a famous cathedral. I'm gonna come to this a little later. But I want to share this with you, how significant that it is. I'm standing on a spot and I'm touching the rocks. Old, thousands and thousands and thousands of years, built by Roman slaves, to be precise. And today we can walk on top of these walls. I mean, it goes around all the cities. You can see it there. It's going all around. Don't miss this, guys. Cathedral, it's must. But imagine you're standing on the top of something built centuries ago. How good that it is to witness what history teaching us, that we humans are just particles in space, that rock is survivors, building survivors, and that's important to build legacy to survivors. Yes, I want you to remember this, legacy to survivors. Let's go walk a little bit more. Well, it's time to start last 100 kilometers of this pilgrim Camino Primitivo, and this old Roman gates and old Roman wall at the starting point. Here it's engraved in a rock, the starting point as well. You have the markings here, and that behind me is a century-old Roman wall and as well Roman gates, where there are pilgrims through decades and centuries going through towards Camino de Compostela. So guys, Buen Camino, and let's go to these old Roman gates, and let's go continue our journey towards Santiago de Compostela. Buen Camino. Hello all of you risk takers and truth seekers, and welcome to Lugo. 231 kilometers of walk. That marks that 2/3 of Camino Primitivo I walked. And this stage between Baleira to Lugo, about 30 kilometers roughly, it's one of the best walk I ever had. And I tell you why and what you can expect on that walk between Baleira and Lugo. Before I continue, I just want to share to you why I'm doing this while I'm walking, why I'm creating vlogs while I'm walking. Well, it's very simple. If you take in consideration my employments through my history, I was in military security intelligence, I was in diplomatic intelligence, investigations, interrogations. You collect evidence, real documented, oral, verbal, immediately. Same with me. I don't want to go back home in Sydney and think myself, yeah, what happened that day? And then you start exaggerating. I want to give you the raw account of everything what's happening to me. And it wasn't pleasant first 7 days. It wasn't at all. First 7 days was a struggle, very real struggle. I couldn't believe that the terrain can be so unforgivable. It's just rough and tough, and list goes on. But I manage it because I have only one key objective in my mind, and that is to walk Camino Primitivo. Remember, you don't walk Camino Primitivo because somebody gave you pace. You walk your pace. You don't walk Camino Primitivo because somebody told you to do it. You're doing it because you want to do it. And take a time, inhale the fresh, chill air in the morning in your lungs, and start walking. Kilometers passing by. Time is passing by. And all of this, you can't stop, you can't rewind, you can't fast forward. But the memories, experience you're gonna gain, it's yours. I was staying in Porta Santa hostel in Baleira. I need to read continuously because I want to pronounce properly. Baleira. Wonderful lady, wonderful host. Her name is Mary, and I'm highly suggesting go to her. She's very helpful. She speaks English, and she is there for anything what you need. And she really goes above the board to make her clients and guests more comfortable in hostel. And I remember, from very first day when I went in Albert Key and shared Albert Key with another, 10, 15 people in one room, crowded room. There's no privacy. So guys, my advice as well to you it is, choose every 3rd or 4th day some accommodation where you can sleep on your own or with your partner rather than sharing Albert Key, because you're gonna sleep. On my 3rd night, somebody was snoring so bad. And I should know better because, as I said, I spent decades in military, and it was terrible experience. Anyway, the best part it is on my day when I departed Baleira, I heard alarms in rooms and people waking up, and there's one commodity you don't have, and that is having coffee in coffee shops. Maybe you have the matcha or oat milk, whatever you want to call this. But in Baleira, you're in luck. coffee shops open 6 o'clock in the morning. And that's where I went with everybody from the hostel. Morning, it's a chilly. You need to remember mornings in northern part of Spain are quite cold, but during the temperature grows and it's beautiful. It's truly beautiful. So from jackets to short sleeves. Yes. The best part of me walking from Baleira to Lugo, it was terrain. It's very familiar, it's flat, a lot of forests. You capturing some roads, you walk near roads, but they're not overly busy. To be frank with you, there's not many cars actually. Everything is nicely and beautifully marked, and I think that you're gonna enjoy that walk, because when you're walking in Asturias, it's always hills and struggle and cold, hot, whatever you want to call. You're in the pain, the blisters, and you can't wait to come to your next destination to relax. This walk between Baleira and Lugo, it was really immersive for myself. I enjoy every moment of that walk. So there's no biggest challenges than Asturias. There's no big hills, there's no big mountains, there's no rocks. So it's beautiful. What I truly enjoyed walking between Baleira to Lugo, it was really that landscape which allows you to enjoy time for yourself, that you enjoy your thoughts, the fresh air, there's no disturbances, and all you can see in front of you, it's a more green lush, it's more beautiful smells of the landscape around you, the beautiful birds sound, the noise of the livestock, and you feel alive. So a spiritual way, I enjoy this part more than Asturias. I think that Asturias, metaphorically way, when you're walking from Oviedo to Tineo, and the struggles you experience over there, even to Pola de Lande, I would say so, it is all about acknowledging your life, that your struggles going through, what's happening to you in your life. And I think in a metaphorical way, that's what it is, that you need to acknowledge your struggles in life. Then comes the part now from Baleira to Lugo towards Santiago de Compostela, where metaphorically speaking, again, you can, on a spiritual level, come to terms to you, forgive yourself, or to understand why you are here, or what's your future goals and plans. That landscape allows you itself to come to that conclusion. But leave this to you guys, you know what I mean? I know when I was walking, like the best part for me was I was talking to myself very loud, and sometimes some Camino will, walk by me, and he will say, like, hey, man, how are you? Buen Camino. He said, talking to yourself, I can hear that, and say, yes. He said, me too, and they walk away. So it's like, it's surreal. I want to share with you, halfway through, I would say maybe 12 to 14 kilometers before the Lugo, you're going to come to a place called El Descanso del Peregrino. It's iconic place. Guys, it's iconic place. I saw those on so many videos. People eating watermelons, the rock melons, the apples, they're drinking the coffee, there's all, it's the landscape is beautiful, and the guy who serves there, as I say, it's called El Descanso del Peregrino, is down on earth man, doesn't speak English, he will take a photo with you, he will offer you the coffee, the water, the fruit, doesn't ask for money, it's all donativo or donations. So guys, in my personal experience, these people are not there to make the money. None of them. Wherever I go, that scallop shell you are wearing on your backpack and walking in those places where the peregrinos or caminos stop, everybody's going to give you the heart and everything what they have. So show them some respect, show them some understanding for their time and effort, give them euro or two or whatever you want. That's up to you, not up to me to tell you. And after that spot, and you're gonna take a lot of photos there, so you're gonna enjoy, you're gonna Really enjoy it. That's the place you're going to meet a lot of Caminos. They're sitting quite a longer time, they're enjoying. After that, the road as well goes a little bit, some hills, into forest. Mostly it's asphalt, not too much forests or the hills, so there's not much, you're going to be in contact with the soil, with the mud, but you will experience beautiful things. After that spot till Lugo, there is nothing. Once when you come close to Lugo, everything's going to point you into the direction to the iconic sign of 100 kilometers. And that sign, it's all yours to be taken. Congratulate yourself on that achievement and enjoy being a part of Camino Primitivo. You earn it. 231 kilometers is not a small thing. It's quite a lot. So guys, that is for the part walking from Baleira to Lugo. I want to bring something else to you, and that is Lugo city itself. I didn't know what to expect, but let me share with you what I witnessed. Oh, Lugo. Once when you enter the Lugo, you're gonna love it, every bit of this city. Number one, you can enjoy the good coffee, you can choose the restaurant, and I'm strongly advising you, stay day extra. Don't rush. Give yourself a little pampa. Enjoy that little win. Enjoy yourself. 231 days in maybe 8 to 9 days, depending how long you're walking. Let's go say 10 days. You deserve to pamper yourself. Get a better place to sleep, eat well, and enjoy. Because the journey is going to come to the end very shortly after that, another 4 days. So when I was walking towards Lugo, I saw from the distance the city. First when you're walking into Lugo, you're going to hit the cemetery on left-hand side, and these narrow streets, to the suburbia on the outskirts of Lugo will guide you to that iconic sign, 100 kilometers Lugo. I didn't saw many caminos or peregrinos in Lugo when I arrived, which I was surprised. I saw them late afternoon in some restaurants. They're looking for albergues. So when you come there, enjoy, touch that stone and give yourself big padding on shoulders. You made it. 2/3 of your trip. Can you imagine how many people sitting at home this very moment and saying to you and everybody what they can possibly do, how they should do, what you need to do with your life? When I felt that I was in every possible video on YouTube I watched about Lugo. 100 kilometers till Santiago de Compostela. So enjoy that moment. It goes without saying, wherever you travel in the world, not just Camino Primitivo or any Camino, where you come in some city, please guys, try to learn something about culture, about history, architecture. Spend at least 2-3 hours learning something from place you visit. I tell you why, Lugo is very, very significant. Not just because you walk 231 kilometers on a flat terrain and you enjoy the walk and take the pictures of yourself. Lugo, located in Galicia, Spain, is one of the region's oldest cities, founded in 25 BC by Roman general Paulo Fabio Maximum as the Locus Augusti. It's renowned for its intact 3rd century Roman walls, UNESCO heritage. The city served as a key administrative and military hub, later passing through Suebian, Muslim and Christian control while becoming a significant stop on the Primitivo route all the way to Santiago. Now, why I'm just reading this to you? Because I want to make sure I give you good information. Today, I took a day off, so I want to walk in Lugo. I want to see what's happening in Lugo. And guess what I discovered? Those old Roman walls, beautiful old Roman walls. Those walls are story itself. You can make a movies. Can you imagine you walking on top of these walls, centuries and centuries old, being built? You can learn so much. So guys, when you come in Lugo, you need to just go step in and just make sure that you walk inside the old city. There's so many things you can discover. I went in Lugo Cathedral, one of the oldest cathedrals. Such a beautiful place. So Lugo, it is must. Old city, Roman city, the mixture between architecture, old and new, so enjoy.